Good morning, darling. Naima Singletary here, and this show is The Power to Lead. If you are here for the very first time, I'm here every weekday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Paris time, and on March 21st, that time will be changing. March 21st, that time will be changing. I don't know what that time will be. This week's theme is quantum leaping, and today's topic is what is quantum leaping and how do you apply it for a rich life? And when I say rich, I mean financially and otherwise. How to use quantum leaping to create the living situation you want, the relationship you want, even the state of being so that you can call in and have these things that you are so much desiring. And so for those of you who are going to watch this as a replay, maybe you were here at the top of the hour, pardon me. This is a new hairstyle for me. I'm learning how to get quicker and finding a rhythm with it. I'm left-handed. My part is normally in the middle, and then if I do have it on the side, it's on the left. And so this is the first time that it's on the right. And so just the management of that, of being a left-handed person dealing with a right-handed situation. And then the style itself, it's just like so much maintenance. I want to go back to my simple maintenance with my part in the middle. So I say that to say thank you for your patience and to let you know what the hell was the delay. So you're going to be hearing me talk about quantum leaping, and you're going to see results. Excuse me. You're going to see, I don't even just want you to see though, like today, I'm getting ready to go into the definition of quantum leaping, a super simplified definition of quantum leaping, and then how to apply it. However, from here, I want to bring you into a container where there's a vortex, okay? Where you create your own quantum living, like you were born for this. As a melanin messenger, as someone who's been holding power since you were born, unbeknownst to most other people, you are you are among an anomaly class. They have lied so much, they have just not known. When I say they, I mean your family, your church, the people in your world, they have not known. You know, please forgive them, Father, because they know not what they do. They have not known that you are immensely powerful. They have not known that you are born to affect massive positive change. And their small expectations of you, unbeknownst to them, their unawareness of your magnitude, you along the way somehow and unfortunately have internalized, but not enough because you're here with me. And that is the bright news. You are in the right place if you know that you know that you know that you are here to affect massive positive change, that you have sat on this power that you have for as long as you can remember. You have felt the boredom of that. You have felt the internal implosion of that. You have felt the self-frustration and the anxiety of that. And you are like, who is meant to support me? Because when you're birthing the signature thing that is yours, it is massive and it is so deserving of nurturing. It is so deserving of the precise container. It is so deserving of your presence, of your breath, of your high acute awareness and bringing it forth and speaking what is the frequency of it, its own language, and giving it to your people, and learning the third dimensional business acumen along with the higher intelligence of this thing, and then bringing that to the world. It is deserving and required. And so let me go into the definition of quantum leaping and then how you apply that to your own rich life. So simply put, okay, because when you go do your own due diligence, wherever you do that, YouTube, some other kind of research, you're going to hear all kinds of, people using their own language and their own experience to communicate what quantum leaping is. But in simple terms, quantum leaping is your ability to be able to bring some future idea or other dimensional reality. So a future reality, another dimensional idea, and bringing it into now. through your emotions, through your visualization, thereby creating that reality now, okay? And producing the result, the lived result of that much, much sooner than later. So for example, and I use money because it's just such an awesome example. However, you can use this anywhere. You can use this with your desire to manifest a certain relationship, right? A sort of house, living arrangement, right? But because I am talking to melanin messengers who are stepping into their power with money like never before, you will hear me use quantum living and quantum leaping in the context of money more often than not. So when I was looking to step into big numbers, and I was thinking it was going to take me a long time to get to $50,000 months, $30,000 months, I was just like, I really didn't know. I just thought it was going to take a long time, and you had to pay your dues, and you had to, right, all of this third dimensional time stuff about what it takes, which grab the nugget in this, that this idea that, well, I just came into the industry, so I need to pay my dues. I need to. They lied. That's third dimensional stuff. When you have been carrying this for decades, you're not new to this. You might be new to the business acumen part about how to convert that into money, but you got it. You're already a master. They lied. Not only did they lie and create false stories, they did not know. And they, right, we get family, it could be, and not to make this racial, it's like the powers that be know who have the root power. So there's organized effort to withdraw a person from their root power in order for them to maintain their power. That's a whole other conversation. I'm just giving context for who is they, okay? Your family oftentimes is unaware. They're still walking around with their own corrupted psyches and the stuff they picked up from their mom and their mom's mom and on and on and on and on. You don't need to pay your dues. That's a false story. It's a false belief that's widely accepted. It is a lie. The truth is, you were born with this, you are overdue with this, and you are prepared for overnight success. I feel this all over my body as I say it. You are prepared for overnight success. They lied. So, your ability, the first quantum that I did when I had never even done 15,000 in a month. And the most I had ever done was 10,000 up to this point. And I wanted to blow my mind with 50. Not only did I do 50, I did 65. Now I did that within 4 months, okay? And in that 4 months, I was really doing this work, creating this vortex that I'm inviting you into. There is a vortex, right? Because there's all the third dimensional stuff that matters, like you putting out value, you having enrollment conversations with people, your consistency. All of that is third dimensional stuff. That's on the front end. That's the stuff that can be seen. But there's a lot going on the back that's only between you and you. You and your God, your relationship with spirit, and both of those influence each other. So one is not more important than the other. They are both equally important. And so as the 4 months took me, there was so much like, when you're new to this, like when you get good at this, which is really what that's where we're going. Like that's what the immersion is about, that I'm going to be inviting you into at some point. In the beginning stages, it takes longer because of all the internal crap that you're fighting and that you're pushing up against. The living in the past, the bringing up old story, the bringing up false narratives. That is what slows down you having the thing sooner than later. And so it takes a practice, and then you get tired, and then you stop, and then hopefully you don't stop for long. Maybe you just rest, right? But I've been guilty of stopping for weeks and months at a time, and then that intercepts, right? And then you got to get back on the back. It's like working out, right? You get into a rhythm, and then you stop, and then starting again is the hardest part. It's the same thing. It's the same thing when it comes to harnessing the quantum realm. So quantum leaping is your ability to collapse time and space and bring some future reality or some other dimensional reality into now, sooner than later. So the how to apply this to your life, I think I just said a lot of that. And I want to hear from you. Like, I want to make this applicable to your life because what I just shared about me creating my first $65,000 month, that's a how, right? Doing the back end stuff. And what is the back end stuff? It's the things that you're saying to yourself. It's even holding the expectation of the money, right? It's seemingly simple things that make a radical difference. This is remember I talked about there's the front end things you do in the back end. So also on the back end is, and also it's because there's levels to this, there's different things you do at different levels. So if the desire is X amount of dollars because you want to do this thing, maybe you want to be able to invest in a program. You want to be able to homeschool your kids. You want to be able to buy a car. You want whatever that thing is. Start looking at pictures and seeing yourself having that thing right now. People underestimate this and like the emotion of it, which I'll be talking more about later in this week. It's one of the topics this week, is using emotions to quantum leap. Using emotions to quantum leap, because you have emotions. Are you using them the right way? Are you using them to have what you want? Or are you using them to repel what you want? So these are some of the backing things you do. You look at pictures of the thing that you want. You have conversations and get excited about the thing that you want. You do your reading, your wealth consciousness reading that I've talked about, The Science of Getting Rich, Think and Grow Rich, Working with the Law. Those are the three books. Again, Working with the Law, The Science of Getting Rich, Think and Grow Rich. But even the reading, that if you're just reading because like you expect that to be, you read when you arrive to the reading with the expectation of having. You arrive to the reading in a place of white heat. You arrive to the reading that this is your medicine, that this is a part of your pathway. So it's the way that you're doing this thing. It's not just doing the things, it's being in the frequency of the expectation, and the emotions help to create the frequency, and you to have your attention there and stay close and stay involved. This is what I mean by the vortex. This is the vortex that I'm creating, is going to be inside of a private Facebook group, right? This is all the back end stuff. And then the front end stuff that you're doing, you're having enrollment conversations. You're inviting people into enrollment conversations. You're putting out content consistently. You're doing creative writing behind the scenes. You're engaging in public discourse with people around this subject that you're so excited about, that you're working, right? So, and also you do things that take care of your body. You're doing your yoga, please. Like yoga will save you so much and give you that spaciousness. That's what yoga does. I was doing yoga like an hour before I got here today, opening up all your channels, like so you can be with. That's another thing I'll be talking about later this week, is preparing your right now, which includes your body, preparing your right now to have quantum leaps, right? Because if your greatest reality has been $5,000, $10,000 and you're looking to bring in $20,000, $30,000, and to do that consistently, what kind of clutter and mess is in the way right now that once you clear it, it's a signal to the universe, I am ready. I am ready. Making a deposit on a thing that you want is a signal to the universe. I am ready. It's a signal. I said this to a Melanin Messenger on Friday. You signal. When you take action in the direction of the thing, you're scared, but you take that, it's action, take that, it's a signal. It's a signal to your brain and to the universe. I'm ready. I mean it. You can send more my way. I can handle it. I'm demonstrating I believe. I'm demonstrating I'm going. And then whoosh, you get met with more. This is how this stuff works. You stay in the vortex of it all. You cannot dance. You cannot be like half in, half out, because then what happens is this kind of stuff will happen if you're half in and half out. Somebody will be like, I want to sign up. I'm going to pay tomorrow. And because you half in and half out, they back out. Or somebody will be like, they'll pay and then they want a refund. Like, this is what happens when you're dancing and you're half in, half out. You got to be fully inside the vortex, fully committed. And that's how the quantum realm works. And that's how you apply it to your life in all things while staying relaxed. While staying relaxed. I know I just said all that like it's a workout, and it is. And you can stay relaxed in a workout. Like there's a stretch, right? There's a stretch like you're in yoga and you're in your warrior two. And you're there and it's like you're leaning into that knee, right? And there's a stretch and you feel the tension that arises in under the thigh, not the quad, but the glute area. You feel it, right? You feel it in your quad, and then you holding your core in tight. And then depending on how long you're this way, maybe the arms up here start to hurt, and you're holding it, and you're holding it to tightness. And then you come in, and then maybe you go back, right? You do the backward bend, right? And you're doing all this stretching, and then when you let it all go, it's a relaxation, right? Like I'm feeling it right here. So there's a workout in it, and then this remembering to relax in the process, right? You're allowed to relax. You're allowed to take a nap in the middle of the day. You're allowed to go for a swim, for a walk, for a beautiful meal in the middle of the day. You're allowed to watch some YouTube video with dogs or cats that brings you joy in the middle of the day, right? You're allowed to end a phone conversation with a prospective client and then go for a swim in the middle of the day. Like you're allowed. You create these rules. Create rules that lift you, not rules that constrict and make you bad and, where you feel imprisoned. Because remember, this is a long game. This is a long game. So this is what I want you to do. I am creating a Facebook group. I've been saying this for the last week, and it is time now. And so this group is going to be it's going to be a 2-week container. 2 weeks, that's it. You come in 2 weeks, you leave, okay? This is strictly about you creating your first 5-figure. Now, if you're not ready for 5-figure, maybe you're ready for 5,000. Just to be clear, 5 figures is 10,000 up to 99,999. That is 5 figures. So 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, all the way up to 99,999 is 5 figures. Now, if you're ready for 5 figures, that's what we're going to be working on quantum having for you. Maybe you're just ready for $3,000. Maybe that would be massive for you. That is okay. The point is, within a 2-week container, we are going to do this workout. And guess what? It's only $147. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. $147 to get you into your first, whether it be 3,000, 5,000, or 5-figure client. The point is, whatever is the quantum leap for you. The quantum leap. This is why I'm doing this. One, I want you to know that it's possible. This might be the first time you're even hearing any detail about quantum leaping. I want you to have a lived experience of it. I want you to feel it, know it, have your mind blown, because then you're ready. You can decide if you're ready for the next step. I don't make that decision, right? My hope and my desire is that because you are a melanin messenger who's ready to take your work to the world ferociously and with love and with assertion and with decisiveness, that you will then join us over an extended period of time, whether it's in the 5-figure clients course or it's in the 8-month immersion, okay? There's lots of good here. So to take advantage of this 2-week opportunity, send an email to Naima@NaimaSingletary.com. Naima@NaimaSingletary.com. The email is below. And let me know, hey, Naima, I saw the video. I want to be a part of this 2-week vortex inside of this private Facebook group, and we will get you all set up, okay? So again, email is below. Send an email. I would love to have you as a part of this 2-week vortex. Lots of love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Or maybe I'll see you on Instagram in about 5 minutes at Naima Singletary.